Okay, I'm gonna do this because I don't have many options to do. So, hey there, what's up? How's it going? Welcome. The hair is back. We're hearing. So, we're gonna be discussing why we are always trying to fit into the cis normative of what trans women, gay men, whatever person who's in the LGBT community needs to fit into and try to change themselves to not be attacked and be unsafe. Not fun. So I got to thinking is that I was called a brick a couple days ago because I commented on a trans woman's video on Instagram, and this trans woman was just talking about how when she thinks of women or like women when she looks as the most cis possible, she was saying, "Oh, like I'm so cis now, I should put a tampon on." Like, I'm like, that's what you think of women. That's what women do for you. That's kind of sad, right? So I got comments from people who probably didn't think I am trans, calling me ugly and stuff. And my profile is open, so I'm not really hiding anything from anyone. But then eventually, I kind of connected this, and I had someone call me your brick, and I'm like, I usually comment to these as ad hominem, which means it's a logical fallacy that you're attacking me personally when technically you're supposed to attack the argument. I'm saying this person here says when they look so pretty, their idea of prettiness, cis women at their best, is putting a tampon on. I'm coming in and saying, like, yeah, no, that's not how it works. Usually, when women have periods, that's not the prettiest they look. Actually, estrogen is at its lowest, and usually they don't look the best. Like everything just kind of falls down, their breasts kind of drop, and the skin is not as bright and shiny and full, and just kind of period stuff. I mean, if you know, you know. But I didn't know what break was until very recently when I kind of started hearing it more often in like trans videos of how people talk about bricks and how some trans women do not pass as cis, get called bricks, or are starting to accept the word bricks as not a negative thing, which I don't think I'm actually a brick because I'm not trying to be cis. I'm just trying to look at myself and like myself when I look at myself in the mirror, when I record videos. Like it's nothing about how they see me in certain extent. It's more about how I see myself, which is usually very harsh because I'm very harsh onto my own image and how I perceive myself and how I want myself to be. And that's kind of where I'm a bit tough on myself. But that being said, this brought to my attention the idea of, yeah, like we're still trying to look cis in some way because we're trying to hide those masculine features that we have. I have massive shoulders that I compensate with using very, very triangle, kind of pyramid like clothing. So that takes the attention away from this and keeps it to center because I'm actually tall too. So if you look at this, maybe you could tell or not. I really don't care. Your problem. But still, I do have my own insecurities when it comes to walking outside if I don't think I look pretty enough. And sometimes I think I should not be wearing certain things. Like today, I wanted to wear like a very cute dress, but I don't have the body for it. And recently, I've been feeling pains around my thighs, like the side part of my legs, which is a very good indicator that I'm having fat redistribution or new distribution into these areas, which are different than the other areas that my body used to send them to. So, hooray. But on the other hand, I do think of many things that I like fit into the cis normative way, and then you get to the white cis norms of what women look like. This is why me and many of my other friends who are not white had, like females who were born cis women, had this straightening their hairs and trying to look business like, which is you cannot have an afro or dreadlocks and be business friendly or an entrepreneur. So there is a lot of movements of Black women who try to bring their own identity into the business world because just because it doesn't and it didn't exist in the past does not mean that now we're doing this is a bad thing, and it's like destroying the work environment and workplace attire, which I think is BS. No, but technically, I love my hair. I like when my hair is actually cooperating and gets curly, and I could use, a little bit of straightness, a little curliness. I don't straighten my hair. Like I just tuck it in my ear, and when I take it out, it just gets me this, which I'm very grateful for. I used to hate my hair because it was curly. I used to hate my skin color because it was not white. Now I love my skin color. I mean, look at this. Isn't this amazing? And I have gold on, so that's just like extra cherry on top. But eventually, this idea of cisness, even if we're hanging out with people, we're still gonna have issues, meaning trans women, trans folks, gays and lesbians, anyone who's not hetero cis would have issues hanging out with hetero cis people because we see life differently, we interact to life differently. But then the issue comes in many trans women, when they transition, at least from my own experience and knowledge, want to be perceived as cis. So sometimes psychologically, they would change or try to modify their behavior to fit into what a cis woman does, eats, likes, and so on. I did this. I was a victim of this myself because I was not trying to be like exactly, but I was like, what would be something that would be, let's say, socially um, liked by cis women. So if I want to sing songs, I have certain songs because I'm a musician. I don't usually listen to lyrics, but I'm thinking like, yeah, but how am I going to connect to anyone if I cannot listen? I don't listen to songs that people like. I don't go party to those same clubs or whatever that people like. So eventually now it's like, yeah, I present myself, I call myself, and all this and that. But then I look at them, all the cis heteros, and then you have tradition on top of it, like Spanish culture, Catalan culture, French, Chinese, Arab from whatever, Egyptian or Gulf or Darija from like Africa. And then you have different cultures also interfering with the likings of people. And that makes things very hard for us as people who are transitioning to belong because we're way behind on everything. And what I'm getting at here is I feel most comfortable with people who are open to differences, who are cis women or cis men who are a bit more open to new ideas, new things, but also have things in common. So I have a friend here, I made a new friend. She's from Belarus, but she loves flamenco dancing. I want to flamenco dance. So we're talking about flamenco. I'm going to meet her right now. I play the guitar and I told her we should meet and I'll play the guitar, you dance, you can maybe teach me some things. I'll teach you some things if you want to. But eventually, I don't know if she wants to learn how to play the guitar. I do want to learn how to dance. I don't know when that's gonna happen, but eventually, she's a bit different, and she likes the idea. Like, I kind of want to ask her, like, do you feel scared being around me? Not because of me, probably, but like other people might attack us together, or I don't know. But eventually, I'm realizing even in like Bumble friends where I'm trying to meet people, it gets a bit complicated to meet like cis traditional Spanish women because they have certain ways of talking, interacting, and liking things and eating things that me being a foreigner, me being trans, and me being probably a bit too introverted and weird, I'm gonna have a really, really hard time making friends with locals. But that's not really a problem because I'm now understanding this, and this is actually making me relax a little bit more because I can present myself less feminine and not feel bad about myself because I really don't care about society. Even though I say this, I do care a little bit deep down, deep down. But what I'm getting at is I need to find my people because I saw an article about a gay bar in the United States that got raided by the cops, and there was a trans woman or a drag queen that was there, and she had like all big everything, big lips, big breasts, big hips, and probably it's all surgery. And I'm like, I would never do that. And I was thinking, like, why would I not do that? Is it because I want to look normal? Is it because I want to be accepted by the normals? And this is where I got to the issue of I will never be accepted by the normals. When I was presenting as male, I looked exactly like them. They still clocked me and I was not accepted by them. And this is where the dilemma comes in. Like, why would we think that just because we transition now, they would accept us when we did not get accepted before the transition itself, right? So this is where things get a bit hectic into, do we want them or do we just want a social circle, a social life? And that's kind of hard. This is why I moved to a bigger city, because I wanted to move to a city where there is a big LGBT plus movement and people who are a bit more open on to meeting us and interacting with us without thinking um, they're different. This is exciting. Well, I want to have my gay friend because many people need. I mean, myself, I would like to have a gay friend who is fun and takes me out and does things. But what I'm trying to get at here is I hope you girls, guys, non binary babies, beautifuls, try to share your ideas on what I just talked about. Do you think that you deep down want to be normal in society where you do not get treated differently or belittled just because, like, I would like to be myself and be different, but not get treated badly for it. Like, I want to wear so many things, but I'm so worried of what's going to happen to me if the wrong people see me, right? So this is kind of where I'm scared with what I should and shouldn't wear. Like, what I'm wearing today is long sleeve. I mean, not long sleeve, long like legs. And I look at myself, my hair is actually back on track. And presentable. I'm pretty tall, but I have tattoos everywhere, and I look cute. I think I look cute today, so I'm feeling good. I did not feel good yesterday, last night, because I was watching some videos and I'm thinking like the same thing. Like, how am I gonna wear the clothes I want if I don't have the body I want? And I'm like, why do I want that body? I'm start questioning. Like, I do still want it. I'm trying to accept things and wait and be patient, but deep down, I just want it for me. Like, I love to twerk. I need some booty to twerk. And I don't want to be twerking onto anyone, guys or girls. I just want to be all by myself, doing what I want to, whenever I want to, in my house or in clubs. If I have friends who are very close and they want to dance with me, awesome, welcome. Doesn't have to be the case though. So, what do you think? Do you think that if society was more accepting of us, we wouldn't try so hard to be cis passing or wanting to be cis? I don't really believe so, because I don't think it's a societal issue, even though in many cases, yes, that would help us not obsessed with surgeries and passing so much. But I think it's an internal thing that we want for ourselves. Like, it's our self image of what we are that just doesn't fit. Because think about women who are born with no hips or small breasts. Some women, many women, do get breast augmentation because that's their image. They're like, "Ah, this is missing. I need this." And they could accept it because there are many women, and I know that because most of my friends do not have big breasts. Many women don't have big breasts, and that's okay. But also, many women want to have those big breasts because that's what they perceive of themselves. Like, this is me. I want this. This is my identity. And when they get the surgery, they're just so happy with it. So I cannot really argue with them, can you? Why would it bother you if it makes people happy, right? So tell me what you think. Does society make us be a bit too crazy into our transitions? I do know a younger friend who's trans, and she's obsessed with surgeries. And I asked her the question, um, if you were born a cis female and you were not the prettiest, would you still be thinking of surgeries? And she's like, yeah, I would be getting all the surgeries because I'm going to be the prettiest girl. And I told her, like, you probably have some issues psychologically that you want to deal with. Because for me, I would go be a below average cis woman being born, um, just because. Like, it doesn't matter for me if I'm pretty. It just matters to me the body parts in some sense and the whole chemistry of my body and me taking pills and being dependent on an endocrinologist. Like, I'm waiting now for the freaking clinic to give me an appointment, and I have to register like 3 months waiting list or something to be in the system. Like, that's how they take care of us, and we need constant checking of our hormones. So isn't that crazy?